Give me your hands, show me the door. I cannot stand to wait anymore. Somebody said, be what you be. We could be old and cold and get on the sea. I love you more than words can say. I can't count the reasons I should stay. Give me some more time and a dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here. We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one, they all just fade away. Why I love you more than words can say.
Woo! Woo, my bro! That was actually way too much exercise for me. I feel physically really, really sick. Yeah, I'm really bad at knowing what age I would have been, but I was probably like 12 or something, and we were at Paul Atchison's summer scheme, which is a sports fun activity summer scheme where you do loads of sports, meet loads of new people, play loads of games, eat lots of hamburgers, etc.
And sweeties?
And sweeties, yeah, from the tuck shop. Actually, did you ever steal from the tuck shop?
Never.
I did. Multiple times. Basically, in your mind, as a troubled young child, I think you just made this up, you were wearing a Gap hoodie.
Do you remember the colour?
I would probably say green. I did a classic immature, gay and proud laugh at you and shunned you away from the group of cool people. Which I don't think is true. In fairness, I recall thinking I was like the big dog playing runners. I do recall that, which is why I think it could be true. But at the same time, I just don't think I could be that mean because it's actually really not nice. Yeah, I don't really remember. I don't really recall much else about that interaction. I wouldn't say I actually remember when we first became like mates, like good mates, but I would say I remember like first interactions with you past Paul Atchison. You know what I actually do recall everyone just hating you for some reason. When you would have been mates with Kane and Haby, and I don't think I knew them at all, like didn't know who they were. We were like down in Hollywood or whatever it was, and Ryan for some reason wanted to like beat you up or like jump you.
I remember that.
And obviously because he was like saying all that, everyone was like, yeah, like let's fucking kill him. All that kind of thing. You were standing in that little play park and he came over and I remember you being like, you were still a wise man, you hit like a, like why would you do this? Or something like that. I actually do recall that though, you said something like that. You were like, why does this have, let the energy flow kind of thing. That's like the first interaction I remember as like slightly older teenagers. Sorry, I've got such a pickle nose at the minute. Don't put this in now. No, I would think the craziest experience that is like quite clearly an experience in my mind would be that day that we didn't go to school. It wasn't crazy, it was just such a good experience, it was such a nice experience. So we were chilling in the yard, one of us were like, shall we actually just not go today? And then we were like, yeah. Had you only just started driving?
Yeah.
Like just started driving?
Just like that month.
I think we were still quite excited by the fact that we could like go anywhere basically.
I think it might be the first week after I got my insurance sorted.
Yeah. And I swear you still had that Ivy thing on the top of your car.
I would have done, yeah. We've been doing Seamus Heaney in English.
Ah, of course.
The Peninsula. We've been in the Peninsula.
Oh yeah, which
So
is actually a decent poem, isn't it?
It is. So we thought we'd go to Ard, just look at the Peninsula.
And then we actually stood, and like there was parts in the poem that we could see. Yeah, that was actually sick, to be fair. Yeah, I remember where we parked the car, and then walked up that really muddy bit, and then I went into that field, and did that video of me like running along.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, and I had like really bouncy hair. So we first stopped at this. It's clearly like just a little National Trust Park type place, isn't it? Which is really nice.
Really
Got like a
nice.
big pond in the middle, etc. But I remember walking along smoking a cigarette, and we were in our uniform, and I was like so scared that an old person, because old people I remember were looking at us a little bit being like, what the hell are you doing? So I remember being really worried that someone was going to phone the school, which is actually so nerd. But yeah, then we saw that shrine on like a fence, little bracelets, some pictures I think maybe. I don't know why we ever thought it was dead children though. But yeah, we walked around there for a while. I had my little notebook and took really weird notes and drew weird pictures, I think. And then we went on to Scrabo. Actually, do you remember in Scrabo though first, how windy it was at the top? There's a video and like my hair is so insane and it was like really hard to move. And also, that like kind of canyon-y type bit. This is so nice. Told me he was a big fan. First thing he said was, can I get a pic for the gram? No, sorry man, only socialise with the crew and the gang. Then we went to the pit stop and the...
I was just going to introduce you. Oh, sorry, you're in the middle of filming.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it's
we are.
pretty casual.
It's pretty casual.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak to your father?
Sure.
Do you know the secret of a long life
No.
is knowing when it's time to go?
That's good advice.
That's happening.
Right, tell Dad you knew.
I got that scholarship by the way for Birmingham. Yeah.
You're
So pretty
joking.
decent. Yeah.
How much?
$4,500 a year.
Okay, you're going there.
Exactly, that's what I said.
That's a lot of money. That makes a big difference.
That's like the main scholarship.
It's definitely going.
Exactly going there.
I don't know if scared is the right word. All stuff like blood and like things coming out of your body and like fluids being removed from your body or putting into your body. I don't know if the right word is fear though. Probably is, to be fair. I'm scared of it. Yeah, actually I am scared of it. Sue usually goes with me to the doctor because like if I have to get my bloods taken then she comforts me, and I actually usually don't faint if she's there.
Your mother?
Yeah. Went to the doctor a few months ago probably to check whatever extra illnesses I might have picked up along the way. And then he was like, you need to go and get a blood test. And I like heard him say it, to be fair, but I just like ran out to my car and just like was about to drive away actually, and something I would never do as well, which is kind of strange. And then he rang me. It's like, it's Charlie McNutt, it's like one of my old mate's dad and your dad's mate. So it's like kind of weird. And then he rang me on an unknown number and was like, he like could clearly see me out the window and was like, where are you going? And I was just like, oh, I'm just getting some water from my car. And he was like, you're not allowed to leave, like you have to come back and do the bloods. I never want to tell them as I walk in that I'm like so bad with fainting and all that. So then she got the wee thing, The only thing that I do to like protect myself from fainting is like tensing my whole body, and I did that and she was like, I can't do it for some reason. She was like, you have to what's even the word, rest your hands or whatever, because I can't do it. As I rested my hands, which shows my tactic works, as I rested my hands and then kind of like looked over at the blood coming out, I was just like, oh, by the way, like I'm so, and then told her I was like bad for this kind of thing. That time was just like a nice faint, and I just kind of like, she laid me back in the chair and I was like going into a different world. I think she was like kind of pissed because I hadn't told her, so when I woke back up she was like, why did you do that? And then I got back up and they have 2 people in the room getting bloods. And the other guy literally turned around and was like, oh, I'm about to be sick. But wasn't sick, but she gave me one of those little like piss balls. I think that's what it was. And like in case I was sick. And then I just kind of closed my eyes and like tried to like enter my mind so that I wasn't sick. And then turned around to the other guy in the chair. And like as I turned around, they were just like extracting the blood from his arm. I woke up and she was actually so angry. She was like what? I think she did say something like, why did you do that? Or something, just kind of a bit crazy like that. And I just sat there for like half an hour, sweating so horribly. Hopefully I'll never have to get my blood taken again. There's never anything wrong with my blood. So, pointless to do it anyway. Yeah, no, we played a game called Sticks and Stones in school, which was in like the forest at the back of school, but it was like cut down a bit, but we still went in there, and there was like a stream going through the middle, and it was when like me, Taylor, Ryan, Stephen, Kitchen, Chung, don't think Carson played. Carson played like once and then just started crying and fucked off. Yeah, we basically used to just stand on either side of this very high, steep bank. And you would, one side was like up here and one side was way lower, and you would like toss a coin or whatever, or just like fight to see who would get to start on each side. Someone would just kind of commence it, just like announce that it had commenced, and you would just throw like large rocks and sticks at the other team. And the strange thing was, like, with that kind of thing, if it ever happened now and I had to play it, I would just not try and hit someone. But the thing was, we never did it like that. Like, I was actually trying to hit someone in the head with a rock, and everyone would walk past, you'd be able to see us, and all the rugby guys and like all the other cool dudes would be like, oh, they're so like badly behaved, like that's so stupid. Which it is so stupid. We played it for ages, you would get hit, everyone got hit with like a rock or a stick. A big killer was just like a big pile of really small, like, you know, tiny ones. Because obviously if you throw them, they have such a wide range and they're obviously going to hit something. Carson was the best at this game by far, by the way. He is the best arm I've ever seen. Because he's such a good cricketer and all, hockey, whatever. I don't know who threw it first. Oh, it was Carson. It must have been Carson. Yeah, it must have been Carson. So Carson threw a rock, hit Steen like in the temple. No, it just hit him like there, it hit him like there. And then I realised pretty soon after that he wasn't taking the piss because there was blood dripping like out of his head. Since no one had ever been actually hit properly and like been in trouble, they thought he was taking the piss. So Taylor got one of the big long sticks, threw it, hit him right in the balls as he was actually unconscious. And then I think that like kind of put him back into consciousness because it was like so shocking. He had to go to the nurse. Actually, I have a feeling none of us went with him. We all stayed there and made him go by himself. Yeah, it was. We did that because we said that he tripped. He said that he tripped and hit his head on a radiator on the way to a class or something, because we knew we would get in trouble if someone said he threw a rock at his head. I think after that it just kind of simmered out of our lives. But it's such a good game, one of the best games I've ever played, to be fair. Always over the top a little bit, like scrambling and like hiding behind trees and like all that shit. Obviously I would just come up in insane amounts of blabby, which is diagnosed as a not so bad form of hives.
Question, is it lucky to tell us about the time you dressed up as a Hasidic Jew for Halloween?
Yeah. No, I did dress up as it was actually just as a rabbi was the costume. It was like 2 years ago.
Maybe you should give a bit of context about why you felt it was okay to wear that.
I felt it was okay to wear it because I'm not a practicing Jew and I'm not religious and I respect all faiths, and there is some past Jewishness in my family.
Would that be around your dad, would it?
Ian actually did so many good Jewish jokes in what do you call it, the book launches, and it was just silence. he put out that book this year, December Stories, and there's like a book about, there's a story about having a beard. It's called The Original Beard at Santa.com, and they're like half true stories. And there was one joke about how his mum hates his beard, and how like once he started growing it, he never knew or something why she hated it, and then one day he had like grown it to like an impressive level, and then she was like, oh, the reason is because everyone will know we're Jewish, and she never wanted anyone to know we're Jewish. But he said it in like a Ian can deliver jokes in a funny way. With my biggest regret, I would say moi. I don't know the French for biggest regret. Grand regret is the first thing that actually popped into my mind was going to Sullivan School in the nicest way. But in the end, it's like only really up to me, I guess, how much I do in school. But I did just hate it, to be fair. But I met some lovely people that I'll hopefully know for a long time. But actually, probably my biggest regret is just that I didn't work harder in school. Thing is, I worked hard when I went to tech. I did really work hard, but in school I never did any work ever. One thing I regret, which kind of links to that, is that I don't have multiple, at the minute I don't have multiple skills. I wish I had another like well-established skill. I think like as I grow a bit older I still want to like do something like that, which relates to working hard in school, because it may have made me more interested in certain things. I think I still would have done music. I think I still would have. There's just so many other interesting things that like it would be a bit of a shame not to like explore at least one. Actually, the funny thing is, compared to majority of musicians, I'm on a very low end. Like compared to all these people in London who have been playing music for however long and like have the best training, etc. They are incredible players as much as I hate them. I mean, there's a lot of, in the end, like it really does speak for itself, like how you can play, and like you can only be so much of a prick. If you're a really good player, that's just what people are gonna look at, and like if you're a prick, no one's gonna be mates with you, but like people will respect you for like how good you are, what you do. Obviously you're not gonna be as respected like as a person, I guess, or like people won't want to interact with you as much. You may have less opportunities because people won't want to work with you. But if you are a really, really good player, you're a really good player, and that's it. But you can't really take it away from some people, because if they've worked hard enough to get to whatever level they're at, then fair play to them. I guess a lot of the people that like I've thought have been like not very nice don't like think that they're not very nice. Maybe because like all the people surrounding them are kind of all similar. Maybe they're all the same. Or maybe I'm the only not nice one.
No, people tend to like you, man. I wouldn't worry about that.
I don't know. Yeah.